Hello everyone. Yeah, today we are going to look at how we can be able to generate shape files from the already existing data, and that is particularly talking about how we can be able to get shape files from the raster image that we looked at some time back. So now in this case we are going to look at we are going to use ArcMap and ArcCatalog. So you're going to open your ArcCatalog. So in ArcCatalog, it is where we are going to be configuring the settings of our shapefile. Yeah, so let's begin. So in that case, we shall begin by let me first disconnect the folder. So this is the interface of ArcCatalog, and in ArcCatalog, basically that's where we are going to be able to connect to the folder where we have our datasets. So in this case, you just right click, connect to the folder, then come to the folder where you have your data, and that is here. In that folder it is called sample image. That's where we have our images, and that is we are going to use this dataset of compare image. So when we try to preview it here, the selection come to okay, it is here. Yeah, so this is what this satellite image is. So in this case, you can be able to see that we actually have a lot of things. You have buildings, you can see roads, you can see a lot of things. So in this case now, if you have such an image but you basically want to get like shapefile containing only roads, how can you be able to achieve that? So that's what we are going to look at in this tutorial. So now, without wasting so much time, so when you come to that folder, that means we have connected to the folder on our computer, and we have this kind of image. So it would be better to have other shapefiles in that same folder. So I'm going to right click there, then I say new, then shapefile. That's where we create a new shapefile. But like you know, a shapefile, you can give it any name. Let's say roads. But if we say roads, you know it is a polyline. These are linear features. But if you say, let's say you want a point, let's say maybe a restaurant, you just want to pick only one point, that is just a point. If you want to take the house, you can say maybe you want to take it as a point or as a polygon. So in this case, roads are going to be linear features. So now here we come to description of the spatial reference. Like I told you, every particular point where you are, you can be able to locate yourself, and in this case it is possible using a particular kind of system, using a particular datum, using a particular reference. So in this case, these shapefiles created, they need a particular spatial reference system. But in this case, one, you might ask yourself, which kind of spatial reference system am I going to give my dataset? So for you, if you're not well confident with which system you want to use, what you're going to do, you're just going to use the same coordinate system that this image has, because this data that you are going to get for roads is coming from this kind of image. So we are going to use the same coordinate system that this image has, so that they can be able to overlay very well. So to be able to do that, you come here to edit. So when you come to edit, you see we have geographical, we have projected, we have this has been the default that I've been using. But now in this case, what you do, actually you come this side where you see this thing of the globe. So you come and import. So you say import. So I want to import the coordinate system being used by that image. So you say import. So when you say import, it brings for you this kind of image. So when you click on it, I want you to see what is going to happen here in this current coordinate system. So when you select it and say add, you see we've managed to add the coordinate system that is for this kind of image. So this shapefile is going to take the coordinate system the same as the one of the image. So here we say okay, and we have it done. So we say okay, so we have one data set that is for one shapefile for roads. So we can create the same for, let's say, points, maybe let's say restaurants, and we want to take them as points. You go in the same thing, come import, the same as that, add, okay, okay. The same applies to, let's say you want to do houses, maybe household, and it is, let's say, a polygon. We're taking that as a polygon. The same way you will configure the coordinate system and add. So in this case you find we have these ones, but now sometimes you find a person is interested in maybe having the number of people staying in the homestead, the number of, maybe the name of the homestead, location. So to be able to add those properties, actually what you do, you right click on that shapefile that you've created, then you go to properties. So when you go to properties, you're going to find these default things which are there. So here you want to add, let's say, the name of the household. You also want to do what? To add like some particular fields, and that is a text. Maybe number of people staying in that household. This is just a demonstration of like the fields that you can include there and how can you include them there. So that is, we can say maybe name, number, and location of the home. You get? Yeah, so location can be text as well. So there you can say apply, and okay, yeah, here they are saying the names that we are putting there are invalid. So in this case you have to put in this what, these kind of marks or hyphens or underscores, underscores. So now here, that's what you are going to do, but not to waste that much time, let me just make it. Already we have a shapefile called homestead, so let me make it name, whereby there we know that it is the name of the homestead. Then here we are going to call it population in that particular thing, that particular homestead. Yeah, so basically that is what we have. So you say apply and okay. The same applies to roads. The road, I can be able to say maybe I want the name of the road, which is a text. This is the data type, and I want its length. So the length is going to be like float, and precision I can set it to, let's say 5. Any you can set it to any depending on how long you think your loads are. Then restaurants, the same way, properties. We go to maybe name of the restaurant and the capacity maybe of the restaurant, how many people can it accommodate, if you have that kind of data anyway. Yeah, so basically that's what we have. We've given them fields. So now we want to open ArcMap, but in this same thing, ArcCatalog, you can actually launch ArcMap in here. You see this ArcMap, you can launch ArcMap from here. So when you click there, it opens ArcMap. Yeah, so as we wait for just a few seconds and ArcMap is open, yeah, here we go. So now we are in ArcMap, ready to create our shapefiles so far. So in this case here, you can actually realize that we have something called catalog here in our right hand side. You see catalog. So by this catalog, meaning this ArcMap also can be able to understand that actually the other side of catalog, it has these kinds of shapefiles and datasets. So when you say here, when you click on catalog, it understands that catalog we've connected to this kind of folder. So I bring my shapefiles and just click on it, I drag and drop, I click on it, let me bring them at once, and you can drag and drop one by one, drag and drop one by one. So here we are. So when I switch off this guy, there's nothing because we've not done anything, we've not created that kind of data. So now here we go. So for us to be able to create that kind of data, let's say we want to digitize the roads and stuff like that, we need to first enable what we call editing tool. This is the editor. So you click on it. So after clicking on it, you come here and say start editing. Yeah, so it is already in editing mode, but in editing mode you're not seeing which thing you have to edit. So you come here down, see create features. So when you click on it, it shows you I have household, I have restaurants, I have roads. What do you want to digitize? What do you want to work on first? Maybe I can say I want to work on roads first. So when I say roads, you come this side. Roads are linear features, so you select that linear, that line thing, and you say maybe my road starts from here, goes there, goes there, goes here. So you trace out how the road is. So basically we are taking almost like the center line, because we are not going to take like road edge, no. So when you reach at your last point, you right click and come here, you say finish sketch. But there are cases where you find you're going to be using finish part, but here we finish sketch. So this shows that our road from here to here is done. So I want to add another one which starts from here, goes here, goes here, and here, maybe stops here. I also want to finish part. I finish sketch, rather finish sketch. So I can also add another one, starts from here, goes here, goes here, 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 and maybe it goes up like that. You finish also sketch. So that is another road. So you can see that actually now when I switch off this image, already I have roads there, you get. So now this road is the one which is selected. So let's say I want to give it a name, you get. Oh, let's begin with this first one. So you come here, this edit tool, you come here. After clicking there, you just click on any particular road that you want to edit the fields. So when I click on that, you come to attributes here down. So here I can edit the name. Maybe I can say this is called road 1. Then length I don't know it from here to here. From just moving from here to here, I don't know how long it is, but we are going to calculate it, though not now. But let's keep moving. So now I go to the next car road. It is here. I say this is maybe road 2. You go to the next road, say this is road 3. You get. So that's how we can be. Even if we had other kind of fields, we would as well be filling them in that kind of way. So after editing, you say I want to save my edits and I want to stop editing. So in that way, you already have your dataset for roads, which is there. You never had it, but you created it. So this is what you can call secondary data. So in that case, you can label your features. You see, when you come here, I say label, you can label them load 1, load 2, load 3. Yeah, so that is how we can be able to do that. So remember, we had an attribute of length here. So length, how we are going to calculate it, that we are going to calculate it automatically using the software. So what I do is right click on the road shapefile, come to the attribute table, open it. Then you see here length we have 000, meaning we have not calculated it yet. So what you do, just highlight everything there up. You get, just the way you see that arrow, click on it so that everything is highlighted. So after highlighting everything, you right click and open calculate geometry. Open it, calculate geometry. So you are about to do a calculate outside of the edit session. This method is faster when calculating an edit session here. Sorry. So when you're going to calculate this, when you're going to calculate this kind of length, you should be in editing mode, which is now here. You should be in editing mode because you're trying to edit the attribute table by adding another kind of data which we don't have. So what you do now, say calculate. Yeah, you see now it is not giving us the other kind of dialogue it was giving. So now we are trying to calculate the length using that kind of system in the units of meters. So you say okay, and here we go. See, already we have the length there. Yeah, so there we can be able to save our edits and stop editing. So we have the length of those roads. I believe now we are okay. So if we go back, yeah, this is road 1 with this length, road 2 with this length, road 3 with this length. So there we are good to go. So now let's say I want to edit now households. I click still, you have to enable that tool, come here, start editing, go to create features, select the feature that you want to edit. Now let's say restaurants. Restaurants, those are points. I click on the point. So now I bring back my image. So according to me, maybe if I say maybe this is a restaurant, I can say that is a restaurant. Maybe this is a restaurant. This is just just trying to show you how you can just add data there, or how you can create secondary data out of these kind of images. So maybe also I have also, it's another restaurant here. So those are the restaurants that we have so far. Maybe also this. So when you switch off this image, you're going to realize actually you have, yeah, you see, you have those 5 restaurants already there. So now in that case, what we are going to do is I save my edits, I stop editing. So when I start editing and I click on this thing, you see I can select that, so meaning I can add some data on it, like the attribute data, which is select it, and you come to attributes, then you put the name of the restaurant, maybe restaurant 1, like that. You get restaurant 1. Maybe select another one, maybe the second one, restaurant 2. Yeah, capacity you can as well, maybe it can afford 12 people. Then this first one, maybe it can afford 10 people, like that. So we keep on editing like that. So that's how we keep moving. By adding, you select it, you add the name and add the capacity, and then save. So when you come here, you say save my edits, so it will save what you've been giving it. Yeah, so basically that is how we can be able to move. So now we are going for household. So already we are in editing mode, so I come to create features. Now I want to do the household. The household, now I want to use a polygon because these are what? These are houses, and when we are creating the shape file, we said they are going to take on the polygon form. So now, yeah, here we go. You can just come, go like that. Then you finish your sketch. That is your polygon already. So if you want to edit it, set its thing from the settings, now you can say that is maybe home 1. Population, maybe it has 2 people in it. Location, maybe it is in Kampala. Yeah, so there you save edits. So you can come as well, do the same here. You can edit the same household, another one here. Yeah, so you keep on moving like that. But that was done badly, but yeah, that's how you can create the data. Maybe home too. It has a population of, let's say, 5 people, also in Kampala. Yeah, so basically that's how you can be able to create the data in here. So removing everything, you can be able to realize that actually now we have some other data that we never had in the beginning. So yeah, you can change them. You can change these features, you can name them. I can as well name those buildings. See, home 1, home 2, restaurants, you can as well name them by labeling features. So you can see we have been able to create what? Have been able to create secondary data from original data that we had. Yeah, so when you have this kind of image, you can be able to move from it actually to get more and more and more and more data sets. Because if someone wants to maybe also create maybe a shapefile containing open spaces, you can as well say that is a open space, and you digitize it out, or you vectorize. Yeah, so basically that's what wanted us to look at today. Yeah, so with this I believe everyone can be able to create this kind of data out of such an image. And I'm going to share this kind of dataset in the description, however much it is heavy, but I believe you can be able to get it. So I'm going to share it in the description. Or the simple illustration can be, you can actually use, you can just take maybe this snapshot of these images. Let's say Google image just on your computer, Google Maps, and you just digitize it. You can just digitize that in your computer if this one becomes so heavy for you to download, but I will put its link in the description. Yeah, so thank you for watching. Yeah, let's keep learning. Thank you, and don't forget to subscribe.